Hi guys, here is the 1 year plus review of the Thunder Tiger MT4 G3. Now I bought this truck end of last year around the 20th of August, so we're a bit over a year, and I ran this box stock for about 3 months before I had an ESC fire, and then I upgraded the system to a Hobbywing ESC and a Newcastle 1515 2200 kV motor for 8 scale. For those of you who are thinking of buying this truck, what I'll do is in this review I'll go over the pros and cons, and I'll tell you now that the pros far outweigh the cons. The good things about this truck as they come stock, what you can do for upgrades, cheap upgrades, without having to go and spend extra money because you already dropped some money buying the truck. I'll also put in a couple of discount codes for Tower Hobbies and for A-Main Hobbies, as well as go over what I personally love about the truck and how it compares to others that I've had. Again, this is the Thunder Tiger MT4 G3. What I'll do is I'll give you a 360 view of it as well. This is the stock body. I have run other bodies as well. I've read the Proline VW Bug Body, which fits the e-Revo, as well as the Parma Xciter body. So I'll show you those bodies as well. These are the stock tires. The bead locks are not real. They look and feel real. However, these are some of the best tires that I've seen on a monster truck as far as durability and so on goes. As you can see on top where there is a hole for the antenna to come out of the receiver, I've just folded it back in. Another couple of additions, put some light on it, that I've done, and if you look at my other videos on how-tos, I've put body clip sort of handles from Ziplocs to help me sort of undo the body, and which I will do right now. And in the process, little things that you learn along the way. This is I have beaten the stock body extensively. It has ripped from a couple of places, but that's only because of extensive abuse. What I will do next is I'll get under the body and show you guys what's going on over there. Okay, so with the body out of the way, the first thing that you'll notice is that everything from the mounts to the bumpers, the shocks, tires, everything is stock. The only thing that I have upgraded are the electronics. If this is your first time looking at an MT4 G3, then what you need to know is this is a chassis brace. It locks on, so this is a homemade chassis brace. I did not make it myself. A friend in Australia made it and sent it over to me. It's a simple thing to do. As you can see, what it does is it keeps the chassis from bending. I have it hooked up in a way that I can just, if I need to make quick changes, boom, take it off, move it to the back, and work on it from there. The good thing about the MT4 G3 is that it comes with a bunch of sort of features that other monster trucks don't have. For instance, the top tray. A lot of people have removed this. They don't like it. They don't want to use it. I find it quite useful, only because it keeps the motor from getting banged and a lot of other things. When you buy the truck, you'll notice that the top tray has one more sort of plastic brace going over here. I cut that out just so that I can check the temps easily, have the wires run through a little more easy, and so on. It comes off very easy for those of you who have a Savage Flux or any other such truck. You'll see that this is a lot different. I'll go into a comparison as well between that and this. I don't own a Savage Flux HP. I own a Savage X 4.6 Special Edition, and I've driven the Flux HP, and I've seen it go through a lot of abuse. I've abused this particular RC myself, and I'll show you the comparison. So again, this is the tray that goes on top. We'll put on the side just momentarily, for a moment, sorry. And here we go. So here's what you get when you look inside. I'll zoom in on some of the, this is the Castle motor, the Hobbywing Xerun 150A SD, I believe. So that's 150 amp ESC. The mods and the changes I've made here is that when you get the truck, the battery tray here has an extra piece of plastic over here. Now the first thing you want to do is when you get that is you want to remove it and get that out of the way, only because it gives you a little more wiggle room. Actually, it starts from here, from what I remember. Here it is. This is the line, and it really blocks you from, or obstructs you from using a bigger lipo. So if you're using a 5S or a 6S, then you don't really have to worry about the length of it so much. My steering servo there is Hitec 7955TG, one of the best servos I've ever used. Just if you look at the truck, and as you can see, it's gone through a bit of a beating. Never had an issue with the diffs. I know a lot of people complain that they have diff issues, but it depends on how, I don't know, everybody's personal experience. As far as A-arms go, very beefy A-arms, very good. I mean, if you're looking at comparing this to a Savage, even a Mugen MBX6T, these are much stronger arms. The only thing stronger than this would be the Hot Bodies D8T, if you're going truggy. Again, this is somewhere between, it's a monster truck, but the center diff and the fact that it has a center diff and other features such as it's a low rider a bit compared to most monster trucks, but it is a beast and it does take a beating. The tires, I've run them a lot. As you can see, there's tons of tread left on it. I usually run off-road. Give you a closer look at the CVDs. Haven't broken anything here. I believe the only breakages I've had, the only issues I've had with this truck was that, and that's partly my own issue, this comes with a stock 2000 kV Ripper motor and an Ace RC ESC. Now my motor was still intact. However, if you see my video, which is titled MT4 G3 Catches Fire, you'll see that I had my reverse brake at 100%, and I hit it full throttle reverse brake, did not let it go, and just went full throttle forward. And with my punch setting set at 7 or 8, it fried the ESC, the stock ESC overloaded and caught fire and burnt everything around it. So luckily there are no burn marks here, but it was tragic nonetheless. But a great move because I got to upgrade to the Hobbywing 150A SD. If you buy this truck, do not buy this truck thinking that you need to do that upgrade. It is not needed. The only thing that is needed is that you Loctite every screw that's on the surface of this truck, as well as Loctite the wheels. People complain that the wheels come off. Well, you need to Loctite, put blue Loctite on everything, blue Loctite on the wheels, and let the wheels sit at least 12 hours with the Loctite on to make sure it doesn't come off. Especially important, right here, is the pinion gear. Now, let me just move this antenna out of the way so you can get a better look. And focus. Or not. There we go. So with the pinion gear, same thing, Loctite. I have a HPI, or is this a Tekno? Sorry, this is a Tekno 14 tooth pinion. The pinion that comes on with the MT4 G3 is a 12 tooth pinion, which is also very fast. I wanted a little more top speed. Tons of torque. Now the similarities in the ESC for the stock ESC, the Ace RC ESC, and the Hobbywing 150 ASD is that the programming features are pretty much the same. I think there's 3 or 4 more features in this. When you get the truck, I think the most important thing is if you want to run the truck, I mean the way you see it running in videos or even my video is, one, check your punching. So get a Hobbywing program card or an Ace RC program card. Put the the punch control up to, play with it a bit, see where you want to have it. and that'll give you an idea of sort of, well, how much sort of kick you want to it, how much torque you want. So torque is not always necessarily dependent on where you put the pinion, but in this RC's case, where you put the punch setting. And the 2000 stock motor has tons of torque, tons of speed. So I know that people say 5S is the sweet spot. I always ran it 4S, 14 tooth, punch setting up, and a friend of mine ran 5S stock, and this truck is just as fast, if not faster than his. They were completely at par with each other. From a bashability point of view, this truck it is as durable as they come. Beefy tires, shock arms, springs are very strong, haven't had any issues or breakages. I've done all kinds of ridiculous things with this truck. Would I recommend it? Yes. How does it compare to a Savage Flux HP? Another great truck, another great monster truck. This is stronger. If you're looking for that off-road experience, this is the truck you want to go with. The only upgrades you'll ever need to do right out of the box are buying blue Loctite and putting that in. The other thing is you want to buy a good lipo. I would say 4S, everybody says 5S is the sweet spot, so if you want to do no changes to the pinion gear or anything else, you will have to set the LVC on the ESC. For those of you who own this truck and are not a part of WonderTiger.com, you don't really own this truck fully and know what it can do. So it's a great forum. People who own MT4 G3s ask questions. Everybody helps with either a video response or a written response, and there's a lot of good stuff on there, and that's where I started out about a year ago with them. And I learned a lot of things about this truck that I didn't know. Another thing is, don't leave the antenna hanging out. Fold it in. I usually just tuck it into the shock tower bar here, the shock tower over here. The other things about this truck that I can think of, immediate upgrade, I'm sorry, other than the Loctite, is the steering servo. The stock steering servo is not that great. So if you're in the market for a steering servo and you want tons of torque, my two suggestions are one is what I'm running, the Hitec HS7955TG, or the Savox 1270. Either way, you're looking about 350 plus ounce-inches of torque and about a response time of 0.10 seconds or 0.11 seconds on each. I would not suggest running a BEC on this. I know a lot of people do. There's no need to. The servo will get 6 volts either way. The one major upgrade, other than the ones that I've mentioned that I have, is these body mount posts. Now, I got these from someone called, I don't want to mess it up, it's AZK Crawler? I'll post the link down below. He makes these body posts which are just fantastic. They are adjustable, so let me give you a look from the other end. What you can do is set them to whatever ride height you want. The stock body posts will wear out and dull out. Now this has only dulled out a tiny bit after about 20 packs of me flipping this onto its back on hard concrete and so on. He does make rear body mount posts as well. I have those. I bought them together as a set. Haven't had to use them. These are still pretty well intact, but these ones take a beating. So do upgrade these parts. Another cheap but great upgrade on this truck is if you look into the sort of the wheel hubs, into the inner part of it, these are RC8T wheel extenders, and they come in two forms. There's narrow and wide, or narrow and regular. This is regular, so if you're ordering them, do not order the narrow. And they are about $8 for a pair on A-Main Hobbies as well as Tower Hobbies. I believe it's $8.12. And what these do is they give you about an extra inch of sort of clearance on the A-arms, the distance between the body and the tire. Now the reason you don't need to do this, but the good sort of part of doing this is, or the benefit is that if I run Big Joes as well with this, the Big Joes come about here. And even if you're running trenchers, they come about here. So with the Big Joes, when you turn the wheels, what happens is on the inside, they don't rub against the body. So you have full radius of turn, or turning radius in simple words. So look into these. They're a great upgrade. You can see the blue out front as well, and highly recommended. What else? That's pretty much it. Great truck. Tons of information on WonderTiger.com to make this even tougher. Cheap sort of upgrades. You can get O-rings if you are bothered by ballooning of tires. You can get all kinds. You can get different bodies. I myself run these two bodies up here. So on top is the Parma Xciter. What I can do is I can give you a look at how that looks. So that's what it looks like with Parma Xciter body on. Really good, really tough body. I've bashed this up so much and you can't even tell it's gotten any abuse. I have put tons of Gorilla Tape inside, but this is a great body to have. The other body that is tons and tons and tons of fun is the Bug Body, and that fits on as well. Really good stuff. If it flips over on its back and you want to flip it right back, so just punch the throttle and it'll flip back. You can watch a bunch of my running videos for that, as well as the fact, which a lot of people don't know, is even with this body, because it is slightly raised, it works like the Bug Body. So this is a great body. It's much tougher than the Proline body. Goes on its back, hit the throttle, and flip back up. That's pretty much it. If you have any specific comments or questions about this truck, feel free to leave a post down below. Send me a private message. I am on Wonder Tiger as well. My name over there is Tas, T-A-S. I have a bunch of questions that I've asked in my early days, as well as responses that I've given to other people. Check out my quick tips and how-tos. I would like to show you what battery I am running myself. So I run one of these personally. So that is a taped it up because I've given a lot of abuse. It's a Gens Ace 5000 mAh 40C 4S pack. I also run two 2S packs, which is not a problem. It can take it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Great truck, very durable, a great buy, especially for the money. Way cheaper than the Flux HP and other monster trucks / truggies out there. You can't go wrong with this truck. What I didn't show you is the receiver, and that is right over here, and it's a Cougar receiver. Again, no need to upgrade it. I'm very picky about radios, sorry, and this is what it is right here. I flick it on from the back. Alright, there you go. So you have your steering trims, your throttle trims, throttle ATV, everything on here. Great radio, no need to upgrade. Can't go wrong, pretty much. So if you're in the market for a new RC truck, look no further. This is what you need. Gets the job done. It's a great truck. Again, if you have any questions, post them down below. Thanks for watching. Like, dislike, subscribe, ask questions, and if you need something done and need to see it physically done, post it down below and I'll do my best to get it across to you. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.